Ian, are you still sharing your screen? Because it's not showing the PowerPoint.
Yeah, let me just have a look because I have a feeling it might have come off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Now?
Yeah, that's fine now.
Perfect, perfect.
Sorry,
Okay.
quick question.
Yeah, go on, please.
So, will this count towards deanery teaching? Will we be able to count this as one of our deanery teaching sessions?
Mr. Kalka, you answer this question. Should we count this as a deanery teaching? Is he still there? Hold on. Let me see whether he's still there.
I think he wrote on the WhatsApp group that yes, it counts.
From my point of view, it's a yes.
I think so. To be honest,
from my point of view, it's a yes, because
you
girls have put loads of preparation into it, and because ultimately this is absolutely essential to get this right, so that we can get you to the next stage.
I personally think yes. To be honest, what I could do is what we will. Abby, are you able to know who has joined in terms of list of people?
I can see.
If you can screenshot it for those who have attended now.
I can see a list. Yeah,
I can take this forward to the ATPD group, so leave it with me. But
okay, perfect.
I think I'm reasonably confident it's going to be a unanimous vote, positive vote.
Exactly, okay. I think so too, because it is quite an important session as well, and everyone is taking the time to come to this meeting.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
I'm just going to go through the tier 1. Very simple. It's not a lot of slides, but I will send this as a PDF to everyone because it's complicated. It's a lot more complicated than I thought. I sent out my first tier 1 as a trial, not knowing how to do it. And there were a lot of errors, but my supervisors, my consultants and colleagues, they just fill it in as a trial. Okay. So anyway, so what we'll go through is how to send a tier 1. I will go through the tier 2 bit in a minute. Okay. So essentially how to send a tier 1. And then how do you send more if you didn't send one in initial sending, okay? So what you need to do in terms of to initiate this process, you need to do what we call a self-TO1. So what you do is green button on your the cross down here. You click on it, request an assessment, yeah, and then you need to do a self-TO1. What the form that you're going to see is something along this, okay? So you fill in everything, okay? Fill in every single thing, okay? And then, obviously, after you've done your so-called self-TO1, you need to send the assessment to your assessor, whoever they are, your consultants, your colleagues, your registrar, SHOs, nurses, midwives, okay? This is where you need to fill in your assessor. If you know the person has the ePortfolio login, find your assessor from the assessor box. If it is a midwife or a nurse, they obviously do not have an ePortfolio login. You put in their emails. Do not put both. You put one or the other. So you can find your assessor, put your assessor name in, and then come out and then select them. If it's someone that doesn't have an ePortfolio, use the assessor email. And then obviously you click what the assessor role is. Okay? And that's one person. In order to add more, you click on add more tier 1. Okay, you don't have to do everything, all this to all the people in your list in one go, because it can be quite tedious depending on your computer, depending on your internet. If it crash, you have to resend everything again. Okay, so you can do one at a time, or you can keep adding on until you've done enough, then you stop. There's no problem. Okay, right, next page. So obviously, for example, you send to 10 people initially in the first go. And they realize actually only 5 of them reply, I need more. And now I need to send more. Okay. So you've already done your self-assessment, self-TO1, and now you've sent some requests, but now you need more. How do you do it? Okay. This is the challenging bit. Okay. I do not want you to do another self-TO1. Please do not do another self-TO1. Okay. What you need to do is go onto the dashboard of your ePortfolio, go to view all outgoing requests. Okay. I need you to find your original self-TO1, the very first one that you've done. Okay. Click on that. At the bottom of the list, like mine, I've sent a lot. Now I think I need more. What you do is you go right to the bottom and create additional TO1 there. Okay? And what I suggest in terms of when they say ask for name, what I tend to do is I personally done it as such a change to TO1 for Yi Yin Chan. Okay, so that my assessor know who is this person that they are doing it. Okay, and then leave the rest of the form blank. Do not fill it in. This is for your assessor to fill it in. So you just put your name on the top. Okay, leave everything blank. Go to the bottom. Put your assessor details in, like how you did earlier, and then you can save and send requests. The downside to do this, you can only send one at a time. So if you need to send another one, you have to go back to find your self-TO1 again, and then repeat the process of creating TO1, creating additional TO1, fill in bits and bobs, and then send it again. So you have to do it for every single additional assessment that you want to send out. So ideally is you know all the email addresses of all the people that you want to send and then do it in one go in the beginning, but it's not always possible. So these are the ways that you can send the additional TO1s. Okay? So what about those of you who has accidentally done more than one self-TO1? We have to amalgamate them. Unfortunately, the only person or the only people who can help you to merge everything is RCOG Help Desk. I cannot do it for you. They have to merge it for you. So you will have to email RCOG ePortfolio Help Desk or call them. Email would probably be a bit easier because Help Desk, they don't always pick up the phone. And I have a feeling they're working remotely. They're not going into RCOG office to work at the moment as well. So email might be the only way at the moment, okay? To ask them, can you merge all my self-TO1s to become one, okay? Now, the next bit is the TO2. It's very confusing because we were not given any information how to generate TO2 because there is no button for you to create the TO2, either from the trainee side or from the trainer side, okay? None of you can create it. Reason being, I'm going to show you next slide. Okay, how to get a TO2. The TO2 request is automatically generated by the system. Okay? There will be a notification on your education supervisor, to your education supervisor, once you have a minimum of 10 TO1 filled in. Okay, the request will be sent to your education supervisor, and all your supervisor needs to do is to complete it. So you can see how many TO1s is being filled in as you go. You know who has filled in your TO1. You just can't see what they filled in, but you know how many. Don't harass your education supervisor until you have at least 10 TO1. Okay? And then you may ask, so what if the TO2 is being created? My education supervisor has signed it and completed it. What about the remaining unfilled TO1? What if they get filled in later? The remaining TO1 will be continuously added onto your TO2 as time goes on. Okay? All the TO1 that was generated by the same self-TO1 by the methods I told you will be grouped together for that round, for that TO2. And that is why please do not create more than one self-TO1 because there will be individual TO2s otherwise. Okay, they will not group together. But if you've already done it for your first round, especially by accident because you don't know, you have to email RCOG, ePortfolio Help Desk, to tell them to merge them together. Okay, it's not your fault. You just have to email them. They have to do it to you. What we have suggested, because TO1 meant to have, apart from minimum 10, there is another requirement, means that you have to have at least 3 consultants. So this will be coming in as one of the new thing is on top, they have to be filled in by 10 different people. At least 3 of them are consultants, and then before the TO2 is generated. Okay, these are the things that it's not there at the moment. At the moment, it will generate as soon as you reach 10. But in the future, what we are aiming to do as well is to have at least 3 consultants filling in the TO1 and 10 people, then TO2 to be generated. That will be something that is for the future, not now, for the future. Okay? that's about Tier 1, Tier 2. Any question at the moment? Okay. Oh, very clear. I'm just going to quickly look through. Right. Okay. Right. Any question from anyone about Tier 1, Tier 2 at the moment?
Ian, can you take that screenshot of everyone's names? Because it's not working for me. But there's another 8 people on the bottom left.
I can't click that though.
No, okay. How about add participants? You know, on the top where it says participants.
I cannot add either.
Okay.
I can't click on that either.
No worries. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you sure? I mean, I can take a screenshot for now for those who are already on the screen, just to be sure. Just 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. The next session, let me just close this, is going to be about the ARCP. Okay. Are you guys ready to continue, or you want a break?
I think we should continue.
Yeah, I think we should continue. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Or do you have any question at the moment? No? Okay. Right. Let me just share my screen again. 2 seconds while I open my PowerPoint. Just 2 seconds. Okay, the next bit essentially is how to create the forms for your ARCP. You know, we always have to create the pre-ARCP meeting form. So there's 2 groups of you. Group 1 will be the one who are remaining on the group 1 will be the one that is new on the new curriculum. Actually, it's a lot more straightforward. Group 2 is the one that is remaining on the old core curriculum but doing new curriculum on the ATSMs. Okay. So I will go through the first one first because it's a little bit easier and a lot more straightforward for those one on the new curriculum. Okay. So don't worry in terms of remembering every single steps now. I will send it out as a PowerPoint presentation to all of you anyway. Okay. For those one, the new core curriculum. Okay. What you need to do is to create annual educational supervisor report. Okay. It should be on your dashboard, on your ePortfolio, on the right side, essentially. Okay. Once you click that, you should come to this page where you may or may not need to select your trainee level. Okay. And obviously, as you progress in your career, you have different levels of your training, ST1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Okay. So you need to select the appropriate year for your ARCP for that year. Okay. And then you will come to this page. It's a massive page, so there's different sections that you need to fill in. So there's section 1, general, and then your SIPs, your matrix, revalidation, global judgment. Global judgment is mainly being filled in by your consultant, essentially. Okay, you need to fill in everything that you as a trainee needs to fill in, and then your consultant or your education supervisor will fill in his part of the form. Okay. At the end of it, as a trainee, you need to start filling it in first, okay? And you save the box without checking this box. Because once you check, your educational supervisor can do anything, okay? So you fill your form in,